Hey everybody, I'm Kim,
I'm Ray.
and we are childhood friends from Orange, New Jersey. We'd like to welcome you to our introductory video on our YouTube channel. We're a little bit nervous here. It's our first video. But I would just like to tell you that I am a professional in the legal industry. I have 2 master's degrees. I have 2 grown sons, raised them as a single mom.
And she's being humble. She's also a U.S. veteran. She's a veteran of the Marines. Am I correct?
Correct.
Hoorah. So there's another piece, a nugget that she kind of neglected to share with you. But as far as I'm concerned, I am a father of 4. I'm a married father of 4. I grew up in Orange, New Jersey with Kim from a single parent household. I am now an educator. I've been in education since 1995. I'm also a head coach of football, of wrestling, and I'm a mentor. So all of those things kind of tie together to look at the problems. We've been able to see some of the problems that arise in urban environments. And for us, we're looking for solutions, right? And at the end of the day, hopefully we can find and share with our community some of the things that we do, that we've done in our own lives, and also what other people can do and share. But one thing I noticed is that there are people in our environment, like Orange we were talking about. It's an underserved community and it continues to be underserved. And this is for decades. And we found some ways, some solutions to some of the problems, but we'll talk about that later.
One of the problems that I just wanted to highlight is that there are plenty of kids in the schools who really do want to get out. They understand that the world is much bigger than Orange, New Jersey.
Absolutely.
They just don't know how. And I was one of those kids. I figured out through a lot of trial and error how to get out, but I want to be able to show these kids how to do that.
And I was a different kind of kid that didn't know the world existed outside of the walls of our town, right? I was very myopic in my view and insulated and protected by my community and by my family. So when it was time for me to kind of go out and be with the greater community, I was a little uncomfortable, right? I didn't act like that, but that's what it was, which means I wasn't educationally prepared. I wasn't socially prepared. I wasn't emotionally prepared. And I still ended up with a 1.8 GPA in high school, ended up being an educator and a success as a coach and as a father and as a mentor.
So we introduced you to the problems that we're seeing in the communities, and what we would like to do is come up with solutions to help these kids realize their dreams and even go as far as to help them be inspired enough to dream.
Absolutely.
Some of them don't even have enough hope to dream. So what we like to do is offer them that opportunity, show them that there is a better way, expose them to realistic opportunities that they can be a part of to change their futures and to change the trajectory of future generations in their families.
So one of the things that I tell my kids all the time, whether they're my students, my own kids, or the athletes that I teach, is that it's safe to say that you want to live, right? It comes down to how you want to live.
Right.
And a lot of times our youth don't understand that the world is so vast and so big and full of such opportunities that they don't even understand their role. So one of the things that we do in our environment is we challenge kids to look at core subjects of success, habits, things that they need to do. Because there's a commonality, no matter what country you come from, no matter what your field is, there's some common things, a thread that successful people do. And that's the first thing. And we don't talk about the grand things. We talk about how to be a success of getting to school every day, right? How to be a success of how to honor thy father and thy mother, honor your community. And those small successes lead to bigger successes, but it's all about the habits. It's all about the habits that they create for themselves that really kind of go on autopilot after a while, and that kind of leads them to achievement. And that's what we're here to do. Hopefully through our channel, we can kind of share some of these things with you, and I look forward to it.
So do I. You know, I just want to make sure that these kids can see themselves as successful.
Absolutely.
Because if they can't see it, then we can't see it for them. So we just want to help them have that vision. We want to make sure that they can see themselves as a success and that they feel comfortable being successful. For some people, it's hard.
But you know, it's funny because that's where the partners come in, right?
Right.
That's why we're looking to partner with other successful people. And again, we're not talking about they have to be Bill Gates, right? We're talking about people in our communities that come from the same circumstances,
Right.
but able to change the paradigm. One of the things that I did that led me to teaching is that I had an opportunity to either be a police officer or a teacher. And it started long before either of those professions were exposed to me. I started working in our juvenile justice system, and when I would deal with these young people who were incarcerated and trying to make amends and do right by themselves, I realized that that was the line in the road. That at that point, there was decisions that had to be made that they weren't really prepared to make because they didn't know which one was beneficial and which wasn't. And I felt being a teacher would be more beneficial because I can really explain, show as examples of what they can do as opposed to the punitive way, right? Which is what we see is you do wrong, you got to pay for it. So it's all about motivation. It's all about education. We're here to try to give some very ordinary situations, extraordinary situations. Let them become something different. Let them become something bigger. So hopefully we can get to that through this YouTube channel. And I really do look forward. I'm excited.
And with the help of everyone, maybe we can help these kids realize their passion.
Absolutely.
And follow that dream so that they can be successful. You know, if you have a passion, then you'll never have to work a day in your life. So we explained to you the problems, at least two of the problems that we see in the urban communities, and we'd like to address these issues by making sure we can expose these students who are very intelligent students to opportunities that they normally would not have. We were these kids and we found these opportunities on our own through trial and error, and we want to make sure that we can show these kids a way to get there without having to climb the same mountains that we climbed.
Right, and our YouTube page is just really the platform that we're utilizing. And it's interesting because not only are we inclined to create this platform, but we're almost obligated, right? We're almost obligated to do this because we did reap the benefit of mentoring, mentors and teachers and coaches. And it came at a time in our lives that it was such a transitional period. So no matter whether you're from Orange, New Jersey, or Dade County in Florida, or 4th Ward in Texas, or the LBC in Cali, or anywhere around the country, this resonates, right? Because when in traveling and being a coach, I've been lucky enough to travel all over the country, and I've seen kids who are as poor as running a 40-yard dash with no sneakers to kids who really had their choice of what they wanted to wear. And the number one thing that I found is that we all had the same wants and needs. It was about the exposure to how to get there.
And the resources.
And opportunities.
Yeah.
And that's really what separates the two, right? So at the end of the day, we're just utilizing this platform to kind of get there. And hopefully you guys can help us out by subscribing, right?
Yeah, subscribe to our channel. If you feel like you can relate to us and you have similar stories, please subscribe, let us know, leave comments.
That's right.
Ask us questions in the comment section. We'd love to hear from you.
That's right.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.